Hello, and thank you for joining me tonight. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not at my best. I've had a double ear infection and eye infection, but I started antibiotics about 3 days ago, and I've been sleeping every day. So I'm feeling a lot better. And the thing about the technique that I use to do healings with is it requires very little energy. So I'm not concerned about doing this healing tonight. I'm excited to do it. And I just think there's kind of a funny irony that the night that I'm going to be healing inflammation is the night that I'm pretty inflamed myself. But let's take a look at it. And I'm going to address 3 different topics tonight for the inflammation, and that is joints, back, and belly. So I was thinking those would be 3 really good areas to take a look at tonight. I'm going to set the energy with a prayer and then get started. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay, we're going to start with joints. Oh, and for those of you that are new to this, how I do this for the whole sanctuary all at once is I work off of a composite that represents everybody in the sanctuary, and it allows me to look at something called matching pictures. And by finding matching pain pictures, I can help you clear a lot of foreign energy all at once. Okay, now that you know that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. What I find when I look at the joints is a lot of stuck chakras. So there's a lot of energy stuck in the joint chakras. We have chakras in all of our joints. And when I look at the composite, there's very dark energy. So there's a lot of chakras that aren't spinning properly. And I'm going to start to ground all of the chakras. And there's a certain amount of arthritis that I can see within the people in the sanctuary already. I'm saying already because I was thinking the average age of the person in the sanctuary is not very old. I've grounded all the chakras, and there's just a lot of really dark, heavy energy coming out of them. I want to take that back. What I'm grounding are the minor chakras, not your main 7 ones from the crown to the base of the spine, but all of the minor chakras, because they're the ones in all of the joints. So what I'm getting a sense of is that some of the joint pain is actually due to inactivity. So, since it's the sanctuary, we're going to have a range of reasons why there's joint pain, but there's enough people in the sanctuary that have the joint pain from inactivity that I thought I'd mention it. The good news is that it's coming out. It's a little slow, but it is coming out. Okay, now the level of energy coming out is stress on the joints. So this would be the opposite. This would be a lot of activity in the joints causing pain. And it seems to me like the loudest screamers are the shoulders and the knees. I'm going to concentrate on them. So as this is grounding, I'll just tell you that when those minor chakras stop spinning properly, it affects how much oxygen you can get throughout your body. And I'm noticing that has a big effect on your joints. So I'm very happy. This is going well. I've got about 3/4 of the energy released from what I'm looking at. Also some issues for some of you in the sanctuary with your ankles that's coming up. We're kind of down to the dregs of the energy that's coming out. So it's real gritty and thick, but it's like the last leg of the foreign energy that's coming out. The energy that's being replaced is this wonderful vibration of like when you wake up and you feel really good and the day's going to be really good. That's the kind of vibration that's being everything's being replaced with. The joints that I'm looking at right now are the shoulders and the hips. Good. Everybody's doing such a good job. This is actually, and when I first looked at how much energy was in the chakras, the minor chakras, I wasn't sure if we could get it all, but we've got almost all of it out now. Okay. I'm going to just bring gold suns into all of the joints now. That's great. That was really good. So now we're going to move to the back side and take a look at any inflammation in the back. Well, there's different points of inflammation in the back. There's a lot around like above the sacrum. There's a lot of inflammation above that. I'm going to start there. This looks like it's all the stress from bending over. Bending, lifting heavy things. At first, the energy was kind of stubborn, but it's starting to break up and move now. Okay, that's starting to ground. Now I'm going to move to the mid back. This particular area is very tight. I can just tell when I work on it. The rib cage is tight, everything's tight. Good, that's starting to come out now too. Okay, now I'm going to move to the upper back and neck area. The neck area is also really tight, like the mid back, and there's a feeling like it's pinched. I'm going to be working on that. The neck issues look like they're from poor posture, bad positions, being in bad positions for long periods of time. You know, while I'm working on the neck and shoulder area, I'm also looking at the head. And although I didn't put it as one of my 3 areas, I think I'm going to do some grounding of inflammation in the head now. There's a cinnamon brown energy coming out of everybody's head. Good. You're still releasing a lot of energy from the neck and the upper back. And I'm going to keep that grounded. And while that's being released, I'm going to move to the belly. And we're going to check for inflammation in the stomach and intestines. I see a lot of indigestion. I'm being serious. That's what I'm seeing, is a lot of indigestion. So what I'm noticing is that there are different places in the gut that have inflammation, and they seem to be I wish I knew more about physiology, but they seem to be at the opening and closing of places in the intestines. So I apologize that I do not have a background in physiology, but I am noticing particular places that are inflamed, and it's kind of slow going. So just bear with me. Oh, good. Now it's starting to come out. There we go. There's a lot of a midnight blue coming out of the intestines. There's a lot of inflammation in the gut from food that's not processed, that doesn't get broken down. So, just on a practical level, it looks to me like if the intestines could be cleaned out a little bit better, that would eliminate a lot of the inflammation. Because what I'm seeing is, I think you would call it putrefied food. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it's like spoiled food that sticks in there in the gut, and then bacteria gathers, and it's just not a good thing. So my suggestion would be everybody go out and get some Metamucil, something that pulls all of the waste out of the intestines, because what I'm looking at is it's not all getting moved out. Oh, that's looking much better. That's good. That's good. That makes me happy. I can see the energy coming out of the gut. And actually, it's grounding from the top down. So I'm down to about the last quarter, which is the energy around your abdomen. You did a very, very good job getting the rest of that out of your gut. That's cool. I'm going to let Supreme Being fill all these different spaces in, and I'm going to watch to see what Supreme Being fills them in with. So Supreme Being is filling the joints in with something that's like slick. It's almost like silicone-like. And flexibility is the word that came up for what the joints are being replaced with. The back is like an energy of elasticity being brought in. And that space was brought to a really pretty medium blue. And the first thing I see being brought into the gut is something that looks like bubbling oxygen. Like little tiny bubbles all over the place. And then the vibration that was brought into the intestines was calm, to just quiet everything down. I'm watching Supreme Being fill you all in with a great big gold sun. And Supreme Being said that it was grounding tomorrow for you to be a great day. I love that. That's really cool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close out. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this healing for everyone and their inflammation tonight be complete. Amen. Wow. I'm so glad that I showed up for this. And I want to apologize for having to delay it a couple of days. But I really, really appreciate that. And to any of you that I had to reschedule readings with, I so appreciate you rescheduling with me. I'm going to call up my calendar real quick. And next week, we have Healing A to Z on Tuesday night, the 15th. And then Ending Agreements is next Thursday night. So I've got a couple of different techniques that we're going to do for ending agreements. And that's a great class to clear karma out with somebody. So you might come to class with a couple of people in mind that you might like to end your agreements with. People who annoy you or get under your skin, or that you're just ready to end your agreements with. So bring those along Thursday night. And then our next soul support healing is going to be on individuality, and that is on the 22nd of August. So that's what's coming up. Body Beautiful this month is on relaxation. And so I guess the next event that I will see you at is Ending Agreements next Thursday night. So got my eyes on you. Thanks for joining me tonight, and have a lovely weekend. Okay, good night.